Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy.
Let's go.
Here we go. Waiting.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And here we go.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Gurley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Check. Let him know.
Hey, Foxtrot.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Express.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized
that's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards, makes it 3rd and 7 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready, 25. 93. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. The end result, 21 yards.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Hey, switch gears. Out of
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
They cannot.
The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the 22, Ryan. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, if that doesn't wake up the home crowd, I don't know what will. That's a big-time return for a touchdown, and you know how much I love momentum plays.
Yeah, and like you just said, kind of gets this home crowd into it. We'll see how they handle it moving forward. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Go, go. 120. 82.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Sunday.
To throw is Wentz. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
11. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
On first down, Sanders taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Falcons 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught by Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Check. Crunch.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing his Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 27th, Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Base, base. Base, base.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
51, stop!
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
180. Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun, it's Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On first down, Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end Zach Ertz, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Fletcher Cox, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go. 120! Ram!
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Wentz going to throw. And this is caught by Jackson. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz on to give to Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Waiting. Watch the block.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away.
Come on, fellas.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth quarter comeback for the QB. A first down carry for Smith. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Ryan. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Falcons on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, Charlie!
Check 53.
Wentz to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
Philadelphia.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53, exit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, Orbit. No.
One last shot for Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next